So one of the things that nobody will ever tell you is how complicated it can feel like to go into your Facebook or your Google to set things up for advertising, or to set up other things to, for example, sell your very first app. Okay, so I feel like I'm logging into a maze every single time I go into my Facebook or my Google, and something I've noticed is that Google keeps on changing. So every time I go in there, I feel like their tutorials are totally outdated because there's constantly something new and things look different and feel different inside their various I don't even know what to call it, the various portals. I mean, you have AdSense, okay? So you make money from YouTube, then you will get a check from Google, which I get, okay? So I get AdSense money. However, you then have your YouTube channel, then you also have your Gmail, of course, but you have all sorts of different, you have Google Analytics, then you have the Google Play console or Play developer. You have so many different aspects. And it's the same thing with Facebook. So I've had several issues with Facebook where I was going to create my very first advertising campaign. We actually used the wrong Facebook idea or advertising idea. And we also didn't know what we were doing with the pixel, okay? So you can easily make a lot of different mistakes, and this is something that people usually never talk about when it comes to monetization, how confusing it can be when you log into Facebook and also Google. Like, both of them are very multifaceted, how should I put it, portals, you know what I mean, where you have loads of different ideas, you have multiple Facebook ideas, and you can easily end up in a situation where you create multiple ideas without even knowing it. That's the problem with Facebook. And just with Google, you have the same thing, that you will have multiple ideas that are sort of targeting different things, and you can easily end up making mistakes, and you'll be amazed at how much time that you will waste trying to get in touch with customer support and trying to actually get help as well. So I'm sort of doing everything, where I have the majority of my experience is selling music, so that's low ticket. Then around 2019, but really throughout 2020, I started really tweaking my business around, centering things more around my website, which is the most important thing to do. Finally, I enabled all sorts of different payment options, you know, and in 2021 I started selling my own courses and things like that. So the truth is that I have a ridiculous amount of experience when it comes to dealing with all of these different tools. And the latest thing that I've now done is that I have co-created and co-developed an app that it was like my job to make sure that it actually got out on Google and on Apple. And you know, talking about those two experiences could be videos in their own right. So always make sure that you try to stay on top of all the different ideas that can end up being created when you have a Facebook account. And yeah, it really feels like you have a Facebook maze and a Google maze when it comes to all the different tools that they have, and you can easily get lost in there. And I can almost guarantee you that if you're going to set up something and sell something, that you will make mistakes, or that you will feel stuck, and you will feel so demoralized and frustrated when that happens, okay? Nobody talks about this, but this is a huge part of selling products on the internet.